Hi everyone, Andrew here again. As you can see, it's gone cold. I've got the bobble hat on. It's very windy, so I'm using the microphone on my headphones, so please excuse me if there's a lot of wind noise. Yeah, but I'm out and about getting it done, and that's the important thing. Windy, cold, rainy, dry, hot, sunny, whatever it is, there's no excuse. If it's safe enough and you can get out and get it done, then get out and get it done. And that's what I'm doing. I know how good I'm going to feel once I finish this walk. Probably about 4 kilometres or so it takes, the little loop that I do around West Bay and Aqua Bay near where I work. Just enough time. What I'm doing really with the lunchtime walks is sort of, I'm avoiding having an actual lunch, which to some people might sound strange and perhaps not the right thing to do, but for me it's working. I have a chocolate, what would you call it, let's get the word out, a shake, a protein shake for my breakfast, and it fills me up, to be honest. I'm also having a Red Bull or a Monster sugar drink, so there's enough calories there in my breakfast time to cover me through my lunchtime until I get home later. So although it's not really a fast, it's just a less eating than I'd normally do. You know, I'd normally perhaps have a lunch. Up until maybe October, I was having lunches every day, and that deficit in calories is enough to help me lose some weight. But it's made me feel much better. I'm not as lethargic in the afternoon. I come back from a walk and I'm full of energy because I've been out and about, and I feel happy, I feel positive. The mood is so important at the moment, isn't it? State of mind with what's going on around the world. You've got to do anything you possibly can to try and make yourself feel good. And that may be just, in my case, getting out, getting the endorphins working, walking around. I can't go swimming, unfortunately, because of what's happening. The pools are closed, which is fine, that's good, but I'm missing it. You know, I really feel like I want to go swimming, and that's not going to happen. But that's fine. I'll find something else to do. The walking. I should really go back into some of the jogging that I've been doing, but I don't need to at the moment because what I'm doing is working, and it's just being sensible with the food. A little bit out of breath there. That's good. The heart's getting up there. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Getting the heart rate slightly higher and getting on with it. I've got for those that don't know, I've got an Apple Watch Series 5 here that's measuring everything for me so that I can keep a track of how many steps I'm doing on a daily basis, how many kilometers I'm doing, how many workouts that I'm doing, all those things that I can look back on a daily basis, a weekly basis, a monthly basis, and say, this is my trend, this is what I did this month, so that I can repeat it again next month, or even try to beat it in the case of the steps or the kilometers done, or even just the number of workouts. So although I'm not going swimming, I can replace that swim with a longer timed workout, because 30 minutes in the pool's not long, it burns quite a lot of calories, but I can do perhaps an hour walk instead just to make up for that. But knowing all that data is important, and I use the Strava app. I'm also using obviously the app that comes on the Apple Watch and the Apple Health app as well, and just following that information. Once I've looked at it, I don't go back to it again. I just use it as a way to say, right, this is what I'm doing. The Strava's quite good because it shows you against what you did last month, and you can compare yourself and obviously see where you are on that journey each month. Are you behind? Are you ahead? Are you in line with that trend, so that you can continue moving forward? I'm ahead at the moment, so that's a good thing of last month. And it's not all about just being ahead of last month, isn't it? It's about keeping up that trend of what you're doing when you do something right, and repeating that and doing it over and over again. If something's not working, you can make some little changes. You can change a few things and improve things. But you've got to notice, I said that yesterday in the video, being aware, being an observer of what's going on in your own life, in your own fitness, in your own health, in your own business, in your own job, whatever it might be, being aware of that and being able to make those subtle changes so that you can keep moving forward and improving. Or if you're already on that track of improving, you continue doing what's working for you. Weight loss is really quite a simple equation, isn't it? It's about calories in and calories out. The body needs a certain amount of fuel to fuel it for the activities it's going to do during that day. And you can think of it a little bit like a car. If you're going to go on a big journey in your car, you need to put a lot of fuel into the engine. If you're only going to do some small journeys, you only need a little bit of fuel in there. And I think people get a mistake there. They perhaps understand that if they're going to do a lot today, they're going to eat enough to cover it. But when they're not doing very much, or it's a day off, or they're sat on the couch at home, they still end up eating the same or even more than they would on the days when they're active. And it's very important that you understand that very simple principle. Fuel yourself with enough fuel for the journey that you've got today. And if you come in a little bit under that, your body's going to ask the fat stores to be used as extra fuel. So it's important that you set yourself up for what it is you're going to do today. So in my case, I know what I'm going to be doing walk-wise, so therefore I've got an idea of what sort of food I want to eat, and I always make sure that I'm coming underneath that goal so that my body is firing up my fat stores and using that as energy. It's an interesting concept. I do like the thoughts of thinking it like a car and a journey. You know, how far are you going to go today? How much fuel do you need? If you don't have enough, the great thing about the human body is it will look to your fat stores and use that to create the energy that you need. But if you overfill your car, the car will just sit there with a full tank. If you overfill your body, it's going to turn that into fat, and that's against what we're trying to do here. We're trying to burn fat, or I'm trying to burn fat and lose weight. That's my goal. Get fit, get healthy, and understanding how we use the machine, how we use our body in a way, and comparing it to a car is quite a good way. Like I compare the brain to a computer or a desktop, the desktop mind, as I've mentioned before. You've got your storage device of your brain, and you've got your conscious part of your brain where it's actually accessing that storage device and using it. But in what we're talking about here today, just think about it a little bit like this car here. If you're going in a journey today, how much fuel do you need so that you get there without running out? Yeah, or you would get there without having too much. Now in the human body sense, like I've said, it's better to have too little and let your body burn some fat to provide that extra energy. Anyway, I'll leave you with that. We need to stay inspired, you need to stay focused, you need to keep reminding yourself what it is you're doing that's getting you the results. Something today that's going to improve your tomorrows, and keep looking back on these videos. This is for me, I'm talking to myself now, and anyone else that's watching, use it as inspiration. But do something today that improves your tomorrows. Get up, get out, get it done. Stay safe, stay healthy, look after everybody. Make sure if you're looking at the news at the moment, you're following reliable sources, so you're getting facts rather than all the talk that's going on the forums, etc. Stay aware of what's happening, and similar to what we've said here, you know, make some subtle changes that means you're going to follow the rules and the advice that's given to you. You're going to have to make some changes. And it's important that if you're doing what I'm doing now, for me to make changes is quite easy, because I'm in that mindset at the moment that if you want something, you're going to have to change something. So I know what I want in terms of my health and fitness, so I'm finding it easier to make some changes. You've got to set that clear goal at the end. So stay healthy, stay happy, keep motivated, keep positive. I'll see you all again soon.